Hello and welcome to another video, another tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our indicator, which is the order blocks and signals. Okay. First off, you need to head over to your indicators. You need to go to invite only, and then you need to go to signals and order blocks. Once you click it, it's going to appear. It's going to show you this is exactly how you're going to get it by default. Now, by default, this is not personally how I run it. This is not how there's too much noise, there's too much stuff going on, and it's not ideally how I personally want it. There's a lot of people that run it like this, and this is quite a heavy one. There's quite a lot of things that can go in it. So yeah, let me just go in detail about everything. So first off, if you double click on it, so if you double click here, for example, first thing you can see, okay, are the pro signals. Now, the pro signals are these little sell and buy icons. What are these? These are basically their trade recommendations. Now, these are especially good, and you will see later on there's other configurations, other things that are especially good for people that are really new, don't really know what trade management is. They don't, things that a more experienced trader doesn't really need. But for someone who's starting off, this gives you a really big cue. And especially if you're learning, like if you're trying to study, if you're trying to read and try and analyze things better, like why should I buy here, why should I buy there, this gives you like a brief overview, like the bigger picture on why this is a good buy option, for example. Now, they do work. They do work. I personally don't use them because I'm a bit more of an advanced trader. So yeah, so you've got those. Then you've got the intraday, which is what we're on now, okay, which is for the graph of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 4 hours, 8 hours daily, weekly, So from half an hour to an hour onwards, if you want these, you should set it on intraday. If you're going to go scalping, like it says here, so if you go below 30 minutes, so you go, for example, on 15 minutes, that's where these little buy signals are more kind of aimed for the scalping. So you're going to get less, but they're going to be a bit more precise. Now, can you use these? So these scalpings, this is the scalping setting. Can I use it on a 1 hour time frame? I can. It's not optimized for this. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not really built for it. If you see what I mean, you're gonna get less trades. They're gonna be less efficient because they're not made for this higher time frame. They're made for this. As you can see, they may be a bit delayed, but still on a 15-minute time frame, they do still give you quite decent entries. No, they're not super precise to the dollar there exactly. No, but for someone who's just starting off, I think they're not too bad. Moving on from there, you've then got something called, let me move that back onto intraday. Let's move on to something called Pro Target. Now, what are these? These are what I was telling you earlier on. For someone who doesn't really know what they're doing when it comes to trading, because they're new, they're learning, or they just want to have fun playing around with this indicator, you can see here, it basically shows you like a recommended trade. Okay, so it basically shows you this is the entry price, this is the stop loss, this is the first take profit, this is the second take profit, this is the third take profit. Now, obviously, you as a trader, you do your own risk management, you do your own take profits, you do your own everything, but this is basically giving you an overview based on this sell order. Okay, so on the most recent order that it's just giving you, this is saying sell. Yeah, exactly. So it just told you here, that's the entry price, stop loss, and then the take profits. Then you've got the take profit signals, the TP signals, which are basically white crosses all over the chart, like here, for example, like white cross. What are these? Well, like the name says, they're take profit signals. If you've gone short here, if you've gone short here, these are basically places where it's telling you, right, there's a chance that around this area there's a price reversal, that the price is now going to start moving the other way around. That is a chance for you to maybe start taking profit, close your whole position. Once again, this is not like in all of the other videos I've been telling you, don't base your whole analysis on just this. There's a white cross here. I'm gonna sell it, that's it, full stop. No, do your own analysis, cross-reference with the other indicators. They work all really well. You get really high probability trades if you put them all together. On their own, they are really good, but you can't trade using just one blindly and that's it. Okay, so these are just places where the X tells you careful, the price may change, it may go in the other direction. Next, I'm going to take these away. I'm going to turn this off, and turn these off as well to take some noise away. Then what have you got? You've got here the stock market. So it basically gives you the option to take the New York stock market, the Asian, or the Tokyo Open, as well as the London Open, and then the smart New York line. The smart New York line, sorry, is where it tells you here at what time it is going to open. So what time does the Wall Street open up, and you can get this little line where it tells you, and you can roughly calculate in how long it is going to open. Okay, then as you can see, it then gives you like these like squares over it, where it tells you from what time to what time Tokyo's open, from what time to what time London's open, and then the same on and on and on. Okay, so this is basically for you, you know, because there's some people that like to trade like this, usually on, I don't know, when it opens up, when London opens up, when Tokyo opens up, and when Wall Street opens up and closes, there's higher volatility. You can just base your trades off on that. You know, if there's some people that do like doing that, they do wanna, you know, they expect like a sudden price move on the open or on the close of those times. So fair enough. Once again, this is information. This is just more things that you can be aware of that can help you in your trading. Then we get to the bigger stuff now, which are the order blocks. Okay, which are these blocks here that you can say that say supply, demand. Now, what are these? These are prices. So these are not just simple order blocks. There's a lot more like development, and there's a lot of thought process, you know, behind them, and on why they're created, why they're there. But in short, they're really high reaction zones where the institutionals have put a lot of money there. So for example, when an order block is tested, there's a high reaction. It's not just a little pullback, there's a very high reaction. Like for example here, you can see, you know, that there, and the price went down, touched this order block, which was created around all of this area here. Around all of this area here, there was an order block created. And then you can see as soon as it touched this, as soon as it tested it, there was quite a big move up. You know, you can bring it up, but no one's really gonna grab, you know, that dip there and then sell at the very peak. No one's, I mean, unless you're really good, I highly doubt that you've managed to get a 23% move, you know. But these order blocks, they're really high reaction zones. You've got them on the 4 hours, daily there. You've got weekly, which are more for longer term ones. You know, you have a lot of these things. You have as well in 15 minutes, which are a lot more volatile. I will say, which is what I'm gonna get to into next. They're a lot more volatile. There's a lot more noise. So personally, me as a trader, I like to trade the ones on the 4 hours. They're more solid. They give me more information. They give me a bit of a better price range, so to say. Just a quick one. See where it says 19%. That basically means how strong it is of a magnet. I would say that's the easiest way to kind of view it. So how much interest is it in the price to go visit that zone? Now, it doesn't mean that because this order block has a 6% interest that it's not that good, it's not that valuable. No. You know, I don't really use them percentages. They're just there, you know, because we thought that they were useful. But me personally, as a trader, I use my price action. I use my analysis. If I see an order block, whether it says 1%, 97%, doesn't matter. I know that there's going to be a price reaction. That's what I'm basing it on. Okay, and then it's up to you to, you know, play around to do what you want to do, and then find it out for yourself. That's what I personally do. That's how I run it on my personal trading. Next, we've got the macro structure. So what does this mean? On the 4 hours, you can see I have my own 4 hour order blocks. on the hourly, I have my hourly order blocks when they load. And then if I move on 15 minutes, you can see there's a bunch of order blocks. Okay, now if I go on here and I go on target macro structure, that means that as soon as I go on a time frame that is lower than 1 hour, it is essentially going to base these order blocks. There's a lot more deeper thinking to this. This is a really quick overview so that you get the bigger, the bigger picture, because there's no need to go into really small detail. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but we thought we would add it there just in case. It basically bases these order blocks thinking of the graph of 1 hour. Okay, so when I step down from one hour, if I go on a 10-minute time frame, these order blocks are going to be based roughly around the 1 hour time frame. Now I'm on the 10-minute time frame and I want these to be based on the 10-minute time frame. I click on 10, and then when it loads, you see it doesn't make a massive difference, but you can see that this order block was added on. Same if you move down, if you're scalper and you're crazy and you go even less than five minutes, fair enough. There's a lot more noise. There's a lot more stuff going on. As I said, this is not major. This is not going to change completely the way that you trade. It's not going to, make a massive change, but it is there. It is an option. If you do want it on, put it on. If you don't want it on, take it off. It doesn't really make much of a change. Next, this is actually the same as the heat map. If we go down a bit more, we've got the SFB detector. So if you've watched, or if I've released the heat map indicator, you will see how these little wicks, these little yellow thingies coming off are this. So I can turn them off and I can turn them back on. Now, what are these? These are basically mini calculations based on, so if I zoom in, based on this low, okay, based on this low right here, it sees that this candle got close to this low, it went below it, and then it took some liquidity here, and then it got absorbed, and this candle closed on the same level as this low, as this previous low. But this little wick here, this is telling you, this is like a warning saying be careful. I strongly believe that this wick here was to grab some liquidity, and then now we're going up. Okay, I can give you some more examples. I've already gone into detail in the heat map video, but might as well. Same as in here, you can see there was this high, this previous high. The price reached that previous high, the wick went up, grabbed some liquidity, it got absorbed, and it went back down. So it's telling you careful, there might be a price change, and actually there was a price change. Now don't get confused. This is moving real time. Okay, so like now there might be this developing here, and you might think, right, then should I just sell it then, because this is going down? I would recommend you to wait. Okay, the easiest thing to do, and what I personally do, is if you see this and this stays like this, if the next two candles don't go back up, the next 1, 2, 3 candles, they stay going down, then yes, then this is correct, because then this just basically confirms you that this little wick there did indeed go up to go grab some liquidity, and then now it's actually going down. Because if it grabs liquidity, there's no need for the price to go back up and then revisit. Once it's got liquidity, once it's been taken, there's no need to go back up and then revisit shortly after. Once you've got it, you got it. That's it. You go down. Okay. So that's that as well. And then, if I'm not wrong, I think there's just one more thing to cover for this indicator, and we are done. Yes, the sniper targets and the intraday targets. Now, what are these? I'll turn these on. These are basically based on the daily opening of the candle. Okay, so today's candle, it opened up here on this price point. This is on Ethereum, so on 2080. This is where it opened up. And this basically gives you, again, sort of a rough estimate, or like a recommendation on where the price could be heading, and where you could look for a short position, where you could look for a long position. This is more of the sniper ones are more of a broader sort of picture. Okay, But if I then show you the other ones, which are the intraday ones, these are a lot smaller. So these are a lot better for scalpers, for example, that are looking for more volatility. If you want to look till up until where there could be movement today, then you can see, this is probably this is a recommendation of where this could be a good area to do short. This here could be a good area where it recommends you to do long. Now, obviously, like I said, don't base your whole trading strategy around this. Use your own sort of analysis, use your own price action, do your research with the other indicators, do your own trading. Don't just see this, say, right, that's it, I've made it here, short. No, okay? Look at it, have a look. These are all recommendations, okay? These are basically guidelines. I would say that's like the easiest way to view it. These are really beginner friendly. They do help you. They give you a really nice framework, sorry, and they guide you in a really nice and gentle way. But yeah, mostly for me, I personally take these off. I don't really use them. If I use the heat map or if I use these, I turn these off as well. If I sometimes keep this on just to check it, but this is roughly how I run it. On the 4-hour time frame, that is where I really like to see my order blocks. And yeah, that's about it. Just really quickly, if you wanted to get this indicator as well as all of the other ones, for now, because like I mentioned, we are starting off this new project and we're launching into the English speaking world, you have to just click the link in the description, which is going to take you to our public Telegram channel. No, I'm not going to ask you for credit card. I'm not going to tell you to pay me a subscription fee or anything. You just go down, and because you're part of the really early crew, you get it for free so that you can test it out. You can see that it's actually working. You can see that it's good. So yeah, just go on the link in the description, go on the public Telegram, and there's going to be a fixed message that is going to tell you what to do, which is basically just message support, and they'll help you through the whole process of getting them. Okay, so I think that's everything. That's the whole tutorial completed for this indicator. So thank you very much for watching, and make sure to watch the next one.